Quick disclaimer before we start. Everything in this video is my own personal opinion and analysis, not financial advice, and not a recommendation to buy or sell anything. Please do your own research before making any investment decision. Hello everyone, welcome back. Today is July 12th, 2026, and we're covering Taiwan for the first time on this channel. Our systematic monthly 20 to 25% target scan applied to the Taiwan Stock Exchange. Quick version of what we do. Our system looks for stocks whose current price sits a mathematically clean 20 to 25% below a calculated monthly resistance level based purely on last month's pivot geometry. It doesn't matter whether a stock is bouncing back from a dip or riding an existing uptrend, we only care about that mathematical distance. Today we scanned 2,341 Taiwan-listed stocks, and only 21 candidates survived our 5 filters: market cap, pivot distance, RSI, technical rating, and beta. From those 21, here are the cleanest top 15. Here's what makes Taiwan's debut genuinely distinctive. This list is heavily dominated by one sector. 9 of today's 15 names, that's 60% of the entire list, are classified as electronic technology companies. This isn't a coincidence. Taiwan is one of the most important electronics and semiconductor manufacturing hubs on the planet, home to companies that make components inside phones, computers, and chips used worldwide. And today's scan is a direct reflection of that economic reality. Second, only 1 of 15 names reached our top confidence tier today, a fairly selective list, continuing a pattern we've seen in several of our most recent markets. Quick reminder, this is not investment advice, purely an educational breakdown of a systematic scan. Let's get into it. At the top of our list is 3551, Shih-her Technologies, a Taiwanese company providing coin-operated entertainment equipment, prize and capsule toy vending machines, and digital arcade services. It's one of the few names on today's list sitting outside the electronics manufacturing cluster we're about to see dominate this video, which already makes it worth a closer look. Price is 203.50 new Taiwan dollars, up 0.7% today, up 5.4% over the past month. Monthly target, $252.85, 24.3% away, right in our ideal sweet spot, meaning the mathematics here are about as clean as this entire list gets. MACD positive, technical rating strong buy, RSI 51.5, that's healthy dead center territory, not overbought and not oversold, which is exactly the kind of neutral momentum reading we like to see paired with a strong buy rating. Beta 1.4, one of the higher beta names on today's list, meaning this stock tends to swing more than the broader Taiwan market in both directions, so the upside potential comes with correspondingly higher volatility. Score 52, our highest today, and the only name to hit our top net monthly target tier out of all 15 stocks. A consumer services and leisure equipment name standing apart from the electronics wave dominating the rest of this list. Proof that today's scan wasn't purely a semiconductor story. Second is 1609, Taiya Electric Wire and Cable, a major Taiwanese manufacturer of electrical wire, cable, and power infrastructure products, with operations that extend into the submarine power cables used to connect Taiwan's growing offshore wind farms back to the mainland grid. That puts this company at the intersection of 2 powerful trends at once: Taiwan's broader infrastructure build-out and its push toward renewable offshore wind energy. Price is $39.10, down 1.0% today, up 5.7% over the month. Monthly target, $46.74, 19.6% away, just inside our range toward the lower edge, meaning this is one of the more conservative targets on today's list. MACD positive, rating buy, RSI 52.3, beta 1.06, essentially market average, meaning this stock tends to move roughly in line with the broader Taiwan market rather than swinging harder in either direction, which fits a utility-adjacent infrastructure supplier. Score 43, a genuine industrial manufacturing name tied directly to Taiwan's power grid and renewable energy build-out, a steadier infrastructure-driven story rather than a fast-moving consumer or tech name. Third is 2231, Cub Elect Parts, a Taiwanese auto parts and electrical components manufacturer, supplying electrical systems and components to automakers both in Taiwan and internationally. As the global auto industry continues shifting toward more electronics-heavy vehicles, more sensors, more onboard computing, more electrical systems per car. Component suppliers like this one sit right in the middle of that structural growth story. Price is $111.0, down 3.9% today, up a strong 16.7% over the month, one of the best monthly moves on today's entire list. Monthly target $140.87, 26.9% away, the widest gap on today's entire list, meaning the math here says there's more room to run than anywhere else in this top 15. MACD positive, rating buy, RSI 56.9, comfortably healthy without being overheated. Beta 0.97, essentially neutral, moving almost exactly in step with the broader market. Score 43. An auto parts manufacturer showing real monthly momentum despite today's sharper daily dip. Exactly the kind of short-term noise our monthly distance approach is designed to look past. Fourth is 4536, Top Key Corporation, a Taiwanese manufacturer of sporting goods and footwear components, supplying material and parts that end up inside athletic shoes sold under major global brands worldwide. This is a supply chain business, not a consumer brand itself. Its fortunes rise and fall with how much footwear the world's big sportswear companies are ordering, which makes it a quiet proxy for global consumer spending health. Price is $171.50, down 0.9% today, up 7.2% over the month. Monthly target $290, 21.9% away. Sweet spot, just about as centered in our ideal 20 to 25 range as a target can get. MACD positive, rating buy, RSI 63.4, getting toward the upper part of our healthy range, meaning buying pressure has been building without yet tipping into overbought territory. Beta 0.31, one of the lowest beta names on today's entire list, meaning this stock barely reacts to broader market swings at all. Score 43, a defensive, low-volatility consumer goods supplier with a clean monthly target, the kind of name that moves on its own supply chain fundamentals more than on market sentiment. Fifth is 4961, Fitapower Integrated Technology, our first electronic technology name today, a fabless semiconductor company that designs display driver chips, the tiny processors that control how images render on screens. Fabless means the company designs the chips but outsources the actual manufacturing to specialized foundries, a common and highly efficient business model in Taiwan's world-leading semiconductor design ecosystem. Price is $176, up 0.6% today, up 10.3% over the month. Monthly target $211.33, 20.1% away, right at the entrance of our sweet spot. MACD positive, rating buy, RSI 56.6, healthy, comfortably mid-range. Beta 0.55, notably lower volatility than you might expect from a semiconductor name, suggesting steadier demand for its specific chip niche. Score 43. The first of 9 electronic technology names on today's list. Keep an eye on this sector as we continue, because it's about to dominate the rest of this video, and it's no accident given where we are. Sixth is 2359, Solomon Technology, a Taiwanese designer of integrated circuits and imaging chips used in security cameras and industrial machine vision systems. As cities and factories worldwide keep expanding surveillance networks and automated visual inspection systems, the demand for the image processing chips inside those cameras keeps growing right alongside it, a quieter but steady corner of the broader electronics story. Price is $139, up 2.6% today, up a modest 1.5% over the month, our first sideways base name today, meaning the monthly trend is close to flat rather than clearly trending. Monthly target, $165.67, 19.2% away, just inside our range. MACD strongly positive, rating strong buy, RSI 52.9, dead center healthy. Beta 0.81, slightly below market average volatility. Score 41, a chip design name with a strong technical rating despite a fairly flat recent month. Sometimes the cleanest setups come from stocks that haven't already made their big move yet. Seventh is 2606. Yuming Marine Transport, a major Taiwanese dry bulk shipping company, transporting commodities like coal and iron ore across international waters, and a company with ties to the broader Formosa Plastics Group, one of Taiwan's largest industrial conglomerates. Dry bulk shipping rates are famously tied to global industrial demand, When factories worldwide need more raw materials, these ships get busier, which makes this stock a real-world barometer of global manufacturing activity. Price is $63.10, up 0.2% today, down 7.6% over the month, our only dip recovery name today. Monthly target, $76.48, 21.2% away, sweet spot. MACD positive, rating neutral, RSI 49.6, dead center, neither overbought nor oversold. Beta 0.45, low beta, consistent with a shipping company whose price tends to follow global commodity cycles more than broad stock market swings. Score 40. A shipping name recovering from a genuine recent pullback, the only true dip recovery story on today's list, worth watching as a real-world signal of global trade demand, not just a stock chart. 8th is 4966. Parade Technologies, another fabless semiconductor company, this one designing high-speed signal processing and display interface chips that let laptops, monitors, and docking stations communicate with each other at high resolution and high speed. As display standards keep pushing toward higher resolutions and faster refresh rates, interface chips like these become more technically demanding to design, a genuine value-add niche within Taiwan's broader chip design cluster. Price is $655, the highest share price on today's entire list, reflecting a business that's historically traded at a premium valuation. Down 1.1% today, down 1.8% over the month, sideways base. Monthly target, $826.17, 26.1% away, one of the widest gaps today. MACD positive, rating neutral, RSI 46.6, leaning slightly toward the cooler side of neutral. Beta 1.37, one of the higher beta names today, meaning bigger swings in both directions than the broader market. Score 40. A premium-priced semiconductor design name with a wide mathematical target despite a flat recent month, the math says there's real room here even without a dramatic recent trend behind it. 9th is 2352. Chista Corporation, a major Taiwanese electronics manufacturer producing monitors, projectors, and medical imaging equipment, originally spun off from the well-known BenQ brand group to separate manufacturing operations from consumer branding. That diversification across consumer displays, business projectors, and healthcare imaging hardware gives it exposure to several different end markets at once, rather than depending on a single product category. Price is $33, down 4.1% today, one of the sharper single-day pullbacks on today's list, but still up 7% over the month. Monthly target $38.8, 15.4% away. Inside our range, toward the lower edge, one of the more modest targets today. MACD positive, rating buy, RSI 55.7, healthy, comfortably mid-range. Beta 0.57, meaningfully calmer than the broader market. Score 37. A diversified electronics manufacturer despite today's sharper daily pullback. A reminder that a rough single day doesn't necessarily change the underlying monthly picture. 10th is 2515, BES Engineering, a Taiwanese construction and engineering company involved in building and infrastructure projects, operating in the kind of engineering, procurement, construction space that benefits directly whenever government or private infrastructure spending picks up across the island. Price is $13.90, one of the lowest share prices on today's list, meaning small percentage moves in NT dollar terms can still add up to meaningful percentage swings, down 2.1% today, up 7.8% over the month. Monthly target, $17.49, 25.8% away, one of the widest gaps today. MACD positive, rating buy, RSI 58.2, healthy, comfortably above neutral, beta 0.65, below market volatility, fairly typical for a construction sector name whose backlog of projects moves more slowly than fast-moving tech stocks. Score 37. A construction sector name with real monthly momentum and a wide mathematical target. A genuine infrastructure play sitting alongside today's heavy electronics lineup. 11th is 3022, IEI Integration, a Taiwanese designer of industrial computers and embedded computing hardware for factory automation and Internet of Things applications. As manufacturers worldwide keep investing in what's often called Industry 4.0, smarter, more connected factory floors, the ruggedized computers that run those automated systems are a direct beneficiary, and this is our first of 3 names on today's list built specifically for that niche. Price is $89, down 5.6% today, the sharpest single-day drop on today's entire list, but still up 9.3% over the month, meaning today's move looks more like short-term noise than a change in the underlying trend. Monthly target, $103.67, 16.5% away, one of the more modest gaps on today's list. MACD positive, rating buy, RSI 61, comfortably healthy, trending toward the upper half of our range. Beta 0.38, one of the lowest beta names today, surprising given today's sharp daily move. Score 37. An industrial computing name showing a rough day, but a genuinely positive monthly trend underneath it. Exactly the kind of short-term dip our monthly target approach is built to look past. 12th is 3596, Arcadian Technology, a designer and manufacturer of networking equipment, including the routers and gateways that telecom carriers worldwide hand out to home and business broadband customers. As demand for faster home Wi-Fi, smart home connectivity, and fiber broadband rollouts keeps climbing globally, carriers keep needing more of this hardware to put in customers' homes. A steady, recurring demand business rather than a one-time sale. Price is $194, down 0.8% today, up 6.6% over the month. Monthly target $228.83, 18% away, inside our range toward the lower edge. MACD positive, rating buy, RSI 54.1, healthy, dead center. Beta 0.57, meaningfully below market average volatility, score 37. A networking hardware name with steady monthly momentum, less flashy than a chip design story, but tied to genuinely durable global broadband demand. 13th is 6206, Flytech Technology, a Taiwanese manufacturer of industrial computing hardware and point-of-sale terminals. The rugged touchscreen systems retailers and restaurants use to ring up transactions every day. As retail and food service businesses keep modernizing their checkout technology, that's a steady replacement and upgrade cycle for hardware makers like this one. Price is $131.50, down 2.2% today, down 4.4% over the month, sideways base, one of the flatter monthly trends on today's list. Monthly target, $154.33, 17.4% away, a relatively tight gap. MACD positive, rating buy, RSI 50.8, dead center neutral, about as balanced a reading as you can get. Beta 0.53, well below market average volatility, score 37. Another industrial computing name showing a flatter recent trend than most of today's electronics cluster, proof that not every name in this sector is riding the same wave equally. 14th is 8050, iBase Technology, another Taiwanese embedded and industrial computer manufacturer, serving automation and specialized computing markets with ruggedized boards and systems designed to run reliably in harsh factory floor or outdoor environments where a standard consumer PC wouldn't survive long. Price is $58.20, down 2.7% today, up 7.8% over the month. Monthly target $67.00, 15.1% away. The tightest gap on today's entire list, meaning this is the most conservative, lowest upside target we've covered today. MACD positive, rating buy, RSI 59.3, healthy, comfortably mid-range. Beta 0.48, well below market average volatility, score 37. The third industrial computing name in a row on this list, a genuine subcluster within Taiwan's broader electronics dominance today, alongside IEI integration and Flytech Technology that we covered a few names back. Our 15th and final name today is 2388, VIA Technologies. A name some longtime tech viewers may actually recognize, a Taiwanese semiconductor company once known for x86 chipsets and processors in the early PC era, co-founded by Chair Wang, who later went on to co-found HTC. These days, VIA has moved away from that early chipset business entirely and now focuses on embedded and IoT processors for industrial and specialized computing applications. A genuine full-circle story of a company reinventing itself as the technology landscape shifted around it. Price is $73.10, down 1.6% today, up 10.4% over the month, one of the stronger monthly moves outside our top few names. Monthly target, $86.73, 18.7% away inside our range. MACD shows a caution flag here, the only name today without a fully clean signal, worth noting even though the rating and trend both still look constructive. Rating still buy, RSI 50.3, dead center neutral. Beta 0.82, moderately below market average volatility. score 35, closing out our top 15. A historically significant chip name for anyone who remembers the early PC chipset wars, now operating in a very different, quieter corner of the semiconductor world. Proof that reinvention is possible even in a fast-moving industry like this one. Let's step back and look at the full picture. 3 big observations from Taiwan's debut on this channel. First, a massive electronic technology cluster. 9 of today's 15 names, 60% of the entire list, are electronic technology companies, spanning semiconductors, industrial computing, networking hardware, and chip design. This is the single strongest sector concentration we've seen on this channel, and it's a direct reflection of Taiwan's real-world economic identity as a global electronics and semiconductor manufacturing hub. Second, only 1 of 15 hit top tier. Shih-her Technologies was the lone name to reach our top confidence bracket. A fairly selective list overall, continuing a pattern from several recent markets we've covered. Third, an industrial computing subcluster. Within the broader electronics wave, 3 names specifically: IEI Integration, Flytech Technology, and iBase Technology all make embedded and industrial computing hardware, a genuine niche within a niche worth noting. That wraps up Taiwan's debut on this channel, our monthly 20 to 25% target scan, featuring a massive electronic technology cluster that tells the real story of Taiwan's economy, plus a historic chip name in VIA Technologies closing out the list. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe. We're now covering markets across North America, Asia, and crypto. With more on the way, let me know in the comments which of these 15 names you want us to track going forward. Take care of yourselves, and see you next time as informed investors.